Hello and welcome back to Where the Demon Lurks. We will be continuing from Chapter 1, not from the prologue. As you can see, Kobu is now a convenience store clerk, or what they call a family market. And there's his demon silhouette, and there he is in his all little uniform and everything. Let's begin and see what happened to Kobu after he got ousted as Demon Lord. Chapter 1. When a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. Ding bong, bing bong. The store's door chimes the mundane tune it sings for each and every soul. Welcome to Sunny Fruits, the family market. The customer ignores your greeting and heads down the drink aisle. You watch as the customer indecisively peruses their options in the corner of your eyes. A brassy jazz theme continues to mumble from the cheap store stereo system. It's a playlist that loops every 30 minutes, long enough that the average customer is sated, but short enough to drive employees insane. The customer picks a can of cola from one of the aisles and a frozen dinner from the back. Approaching the counter, he dumps it all in front of you unceremoniously. Your fur stands on end at the sight of the frozen dinner's nondescript reverse packaging. You reach out apprehensively. Please don't be the chicken, please don't be the chicken. You flip the container over. It's a metal labeled Bro Broccoli Supreme. Your anxiety quickly fades away. Putting on your best welcoming smile, you start scanning the items. Would you like that heated up for you? The customer shakes his head and drops the exact change on the counter. Just as the receipt printer begins to whir, he's left the store, items in hand. Rip, scrunch, thud. You visibly slump as you tear off and dispose of the useless receipt. Your phone comes out without thinking, your hand engulfing your cheap device you use just to get by. Who cares about having something fancy when it just needs to make calls and send texts? The digital clock shows it's 15 minutes to 12. Your shift is about to end. Good, at least there aren't any more customers coming in and then I can... Can what? Oh, what the? You nearly drop your phone when your manager appears to your right, seemingly out of nowhere. Ah, King, don't do that. While backing away from your manager's sleepy stare, you stuff your phone back into your pants. What? Not my fault that you weren't paying attention to me standing next to you. The slim alpaca puts his hands on his hips and smiles warmly at you. He says that, but he's a sneaky bugger. He snuck up on you many times. You know no amount of complaining will stop him. So you leave it be. Maybe there really is something wrong with you. I was thinking, that's all. Was it the last frozen chicken dinner? Nailed it. King's got a killer gut instinct. You can't help but admire him for it. He notices things about people more easily than other mortals you've met. His natural talent is surely why he earned his rank as manager at this convenience store. But that keen eye will only bring you misfortune if he sees what you really are. You smile sheepishly back at him. How do you eat those things every day? There's enough calories in them to feed 2 people. It's cheap and filling. What else? Well, forget it for today. Here, I made you lunch. King, I can't. I insist. Don't make me waste food. You can't work if you're not eating right. He looks at you with pleading eyes and a wiry smile. You relent, smiling back at King. Okay, if you insist, but let me buy you drinks. Lemon iced tea good for you? You got it, big boy. By the way, you might want to pick something with less caffeine in it. He winks at you. I'll meet you outside after I hand over the pay bag to Team B. The alpaca walks back to the break room with a skip in his steps. Shaking your head, you walk over to the drink aisle. Yep, he called you out again. He knows you haven't been sleeping much lately after you bought that new MMO expansion pack. And yes, you did pump half of your last paycheck into a level skip for your main class. It's a blessing he's offering you lunch. The members of Team B arrive for their shift a few minutes later. A brother and sister pair that greet you with a warm hello. You meekly nod in response and quickly regret why you didn't just say hello back to them. King talks to the brother about the day's money bag handover while you head to the back to pack your things. You wait outside for King to finish conversing with the siblings. Good weather for drying clothes today. The warm breeze blows against your mane, wafting the scent of different cooked foods from the plethora of restaurants in front of the convenience store. Your stomach growls audibly. Kept you waiting, huh? The alpaca paces over to you. So, where are we having lunch? The usual spot. Usual spot it is then. Lead the way. Both of you walk side by side through the semi-busy street. The daily workforce are out for their lunch. They walk by without so much as a glance at you both. You pull out your phone. Its screen is cracked at the bottom right corner, a memento of its previous owner. You're still using that phone? Yeah, it works. I thought you'd have enough saved for a new one already. I could've, but it just feels right to keep this one. Makes me think that I should have given you a better phone. With your college fees, it's fine. This was the best you could afford. Ha, true. So, how are things back in the shop? The brother looked like he had much to say. Brother? He has a name, you know. Don't tell me you forgot it. The only names I need to know are yours and the other NCPs in my game. With that kind of attitude, how do you expect to be a manager someday? I never said I wanted to be manager. Now, come on, his name. I want to say... Michael? It's Mike, and he's doing well. He and his sister, Anne. The alpaca leans in close to your face and raises his voice to emphasize her name. They really appreciate us taking their shifts so that they can take care of their sick grandma. Is she getting better? They say that her health is improving, and as a show of thanks, if we ever need them to cover our shifts, they'll do it, no questions asked. Great, then we can have them take over our day shifts so that we can have an all-night gaming session like last time. Divine Destiny 14? Like Final Fantasy 14? Hell yeah. It's been a month since I even touched it. I've been swamped with classes. Did you see the video I sent you on how to take down the Underworld Overlord boss? I skimmed through it. How can you skim through that? It's a half-an-hour battle that requires a full team and proper strategizing. King crosses his arms in a huff and raises an eyebrow at you. Don't get your fleece in a bunch. There's a ton of other stuff that we can do, like dungeons, dailies, plus you know maybe the Overlord is not such a bad guy. Who are we to judge? The alpaca stares at you, dumbfounded. You must be the dullest adventurer ever. And you're a walking rainbow lollipop. Honey, you wish you could have a lick of this. He flicks his brightly colored pompadour and bats his long, lush lashes at you. I'll lick your fleece back to its normal color. He slaps you lightly on the shoulder and you both burst out into laughter. You both continue walking to the park through the winding roads that have come to define this town. Even though you've been here for over a year, you can get lost when you need to go somewhere you've rarely been. Your experience is a testament to legends about how the town was built based on a maze-like structure to confuse demons and evil spirits from finding their victims. Makes it hard for even a demon like yourself to find a public restroom. After 20 minutes of turning from one street to the next, you both reach an intersection across from the park. Oh crap, it's those guys! Buzzing around the main entrance are a group comprised of 6 goons dressed in matching black hoodies. They're peddling pamphlets and asking people passing by to sign some petition. We should go around, take the side entrance. But our spot is closest to the main entrance. I know, but that group always gives me a bad feeling. Maybe it's best that we avoid them. Fine. Let's go. You both cross the street and head for the walkway to the right of the main entrance. Making a beeline, you slip through unnoticed by the group guarding the gate. The stealth game has begun. The side entrance to the park is within your view. This is it. We're almost there. Then a pair of hooded figures step out from the entrance to halt your way. Why hello there, fellow townsfolk of Kibbleton. Fuck. Your right hand instinctively moves over to cover King. We don't want anything that you're selling. But we're not selling anything. In fact, we're giving away a great opportunity to find happiness. A chance to be free. A chance to take control of your own destiny. Sure. Thank you. But I am fine with my destiny. Now please, move aside. Your tone is harsh, but these two aren't taking the hint. They continue staring at you with glazed eyes. Oh, new potential members? Come, you must read our teacher's wise words on how to live a longer, more prosperous life. Membership is open. Learn the secrets of overcoming death. 3 more of them emerge from the park entrance and surround you both. Kobu! They invade your personal space and basically stampede towards you. The 3 new hooded members manage to split you and King apart. He's dragged a few steps away as they corner him against the wall. Listen, you must have family or friends you care about, right? Don't you want to protect them? Don't you know that people are dying faster than ever before? You don't know when the cold hand of death will be knocking on your doorstep, but we do. The great teacher knows all. All you have to do is join us. Wait. You raise your hand up, trying to get them to stop. Fulfill your purpose in life, join the Dawn Seekers, and you'll be set for life. But Our teacher knows the way. He can save you. He can save us all. With every word, you feel yourself getting pushed back into a corner. You don't want to spend an eternity in hell, do you? They step closer. Save your soul. This is the only chance. And closer. New members get a brand new air fryer. An air fryer that comes in 5 different color options. Embrace destiny and a healthier lifestyle. Their voices seem to crescendo as they go on and on about their group. You're trapped. You struggle to think as every thought is cut off by their continuous chatter. Cults are nothing new. Dozens of them arrive in the underworld on a daily basis. Though meeting them in real life is more annoying than having mosquitoes buzzing around your ear on a hot summer afternoon. Annoyed, you turn to where King is. His face is pale and even brightly colored fleece seems deflated. He's reaching out to sign some kind of document. Stop! Your sudden outburst stuns everyone nearby, effectively silencing the hooded characters who were harassing you. They back away, letting you walk over to King. You yank him by the arm as he stumbles to get walking. We're leaving, and don't any of you bother us again. You pull King harder than you intended and guide him into the park. The hooded people mutter amongst themselves, but you don't hear them. Your sole focus is on getting you to your spot. You reach the bench that you're looking for, a single seat facing the park's man-made river. The branches of the tall trees huddle together to shade the bench from the sun's rays. Sitting on the park bench, you drape your arm on the backrest and pant exhaustively. Wow, you're really out of shape if you're that tired from walking. King bends over the bench while trying to catch his breath. We weren't walking. It was like a... You cough. A sprint. King chuckles heartedly and sits next to you. You got the drinks? Yeah, in my bag. Help yourself. You point at the black bag next to your leg. He grabs the bag and pulls out 2 bottles of lemon iced tea. Here. You take a bottle from King and down the reinvigorating tea in one big gulp. Slumping back against the bench, you let out a loud gasp as you pull the bottle away from your mouth. I can't believe they just ganged up on us like that. Someone should do something about them. Like who? The police? Shouldn't they be handling these kind of cases? Well, I'm making a report. You know it won't work. King pulls out his phone and calls someone. Hello? Yes, hi. This is King Domeric. I would like to make a report. Yeah, some group in black hoods at the park tried to harass me into joining them. I think they're a cult. What do you mean this isn't a job for the police? They're harassing people on the streets. No, they're not hurting anyone. So what? You're just gonna leave them be? Then what's the point of having you guys? Where am I supposed to go? The gang? Are you kidding me? Stop laughing at me! We need help. Are you just gonna let those weirdos run the streets? No, I am not being hysterical! King suddenly gasps. Did you just call me miss? That's it, I'm obviously getting nowhere with this. Goodbye. King angrily hangs up and sits next to you in a huff. Told you, what did you expect to happen? The cops here are in the gang's pockets. Those black hoods probably work under the radar of the gang. That's why nothing's been done about them. This is so frustrating. He rubs his temples as though trying to rub the memory of the phone call away. Can we maybe just eat and move on? Let's. King grabs his bag and passes a blue Tupperware container to you. He pulls out a matching green container for himself. You open the top and feel the gentle heat wafting from your fingertips. It's a lunchbox with 2 compartments. One side has a bed of rice and the other an assortment of fried chicken on a bed of fresh, crisp salad. It's the Overlord. On top of the rice are some steamed mustard greens and cut carrots arranged in the shape of the Divine Destiny 14 boss. King leans over to look at the lunchbox. Thank God it all stayed in place while we were running. You notice that his eyes are on you now, so you smile warmly. Thanks, man. This is really impressive. Say that after you tried it. I know you haven't beaten the Overlord in game, but at least you can beat him with your stomach. He nudges the side of your belly. You roll your eyes at the alpaca and proceed to dig in. This chicken is really juicy and tender. Thanks, I worked hard on seasoning it just right. King's lunchbox is the same as yours, minus the decoration. Trade you my carrot for a piece of chicken? What? No, I put those in there for you. Plus, mine's actually tofu. It's not chicken. Weakling. The branches sway and rustle as you fill your stomach with the Overlord King prepared. It's so damn sweet. After the meal, you both leave the park when the coast is clear. By the time you part ways with King, the sun has begun to set. With nothing better to do around town, you return to your apartment. Your apartment building is tucked into a far-away corner of the town, as though it wished no one would find it. An odd dissonance fills you whenever you return to this part of town. In contrast to the rest of the town, this place is devoid of business, or life for that matter. A dead end is one way to put it. Not that you're complaining. You walk up the flight of stairs to the first floor, where your room is. The screeching of a singing contest on the TV from the room below accompanies your climb. A typical apartment owner, an elderly man of few words, he is content as long as you pay your rent on time and don't stir up any trouble. Your key fits into the doorknob and you enter your room. Honey, I'm home. The silence of your mildly furnished apartment welcomes you back. Your current living arrangements are a far cry from what you had back in the underworld. The current unit you live in has the very basic accommodations, one living room that doubles as your bedroom and dining room, one washroom with a shower head that only sprays cold water, a washing machine and a toilet next to it. Then there's a tight-spaced kitchen that just barely accommodates you and the relic of a refrigerator. And yet, this is all you could ever ask for. Dropping your bag on the floor, you walk over to the beanbag in front of the TV to start up your console. I should probably do my laundry while I shower later, but first, let's squeeze in one more round of dailies. That's the last you think of your laundry, or chores for that matter, for the rest of the day. A portal tears open within the break room of the demon generals. Fortis stumbles out of the portal with the shaky steps, drained of energy. He props himself up against the nearby doorframe in defiance of the gravity pushing him towards the floor. The weight of 3 months of non-stop work has visibly chipped away at the demon's strength. Fortis steadies himself. Get. He slaps himself. It. He slaps himself again. Together! Come on, if you're down, the staff won't work. Got to keep the energy up. Just get your coffee and get back onto the torture floor. After psyching himself up, he briskly enters the pantry. The dust lingering in the air chokes Fortis. The pantry is hardly used these days, to say the least. Fortis walks over to the countertop, picking up his red mug. His other fellow generals' allies' cups have remained untouched ever since Van Drake's coup. He bends down to get the instant coffee from the lower cabinet. but notices a translucent hand sticking out of the side. It's one of Amare's extra appendages. Wait, if he's hiding in there, that means he shouldn't be here. He devises the plan to make the other general reveal himself willingly. Fortis walks over to the nearby fridge and pulls out a bottle of lemon soda. On the other side of the bottle is a note that reads, "Property of Amare." This fridge is full. I should probably throw some stuff out like this bottle of soda that nobody ever drinks. No! Fahrenheit! He knocks his head against the ceiling of the cabinet while trying to come out of it. Pulling himself up, he walks over to Fortis, one of his extra hands rubbing his head to soothe the pain. Amare snatches the bottle from Fortis and hisses at him. Can't you see whose name is on the bottle? Whoa, calm down there, kitty. I was just joking. The cat demon faces Fortis, a scowl still plastered on his face. What are you doing down there? Looking for inspiration for the new projects Vendrake has got on you? Amare scoffs. As if I just needed some space where Vendrake's goon couldn't find me. They keep hovering over me while I work. Then, how did you get here? Easy. I painted my face on a stack of bolts and played a tape of me knocking metal. You're kidding. Amare raises an eyebrow at Fortis. Oh, well, you better get back soon. They'll cause trouble again if they find out you're missing. Not until I come up with some new idea to take Vendrake down. Fortis lets out an exhausted sigh. This isn't the first time the scientist has been plotting against their new leader. Somehow, just knowing that Amare is still adamant about fighting back stings Fortis' heart. You seen the coffee? Here. He pulls out the bottle of instant coffee from his belt and passes it to Fortis. Don't use all of it. It's one of the key catalysts for the weapon I'm building. Fortis keeps quiet and turns to the coffee maker. He pours the instant mix into the machine and turns it on. The grumbling of the device reverberates through the pantry. Amare! He turns to his companion, unable to maintain his facade that everything is fine. Don't you think it would be easier if you just... I don't know, just do what Vendrake says? Oh no, don't tell me that you're taking his side. That's not what I mean. You didn't forget what happened last time you tried to launch your rebellion against Vendrake, did you? Don't you dare accuse me of forgetting. I watched every demon that went through with his new re-education program. Their lives got sucked out of their eyeballs because of those non-stop reruns of the HR training video. By the end, they were practically empty husks of themselves. Then why are you still doing this? Because I'm doing what's right. Kobu is out there, and he's the Demon Lord, not Vendrake. We need to fight back, and he'll turn this whole company to a new hell for demons. You're supposed to be helping me. Fortis clenches his fists. Amare's questioning begins to fade as the sound of his pounding heart is all that reaches his ears. He quivers during his response. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. The pit of shame in Fortis' heart stops him from going after his friend. He stands alone, a shadow of the proud demon he once was. Today you have the evening shift, the prime quiet time when the working masses are already on their way home after a long day at work. There are usually less customers around this time, so you just sit behind the counter with your phone out to watch some videos absent-mindedly. This time, you've hooked on a series of videos about people going around visiting haunted houses. They even show scenes of them supposedly getting haunted by spirits and demons. You can't help but cackle every time they overreact to something happening in the house, if there's actually anything happening at all. Man, how can you watch those videos and laugh every time? They're hilarious. Look at this one where he thinks he's being possessed, and now he's scooting his butt all around the floor. No thank you. I've gotta head out for a bit and deal with something at the bank. You mind watching the store while I'm gone? You can count on me. You salute King playfully. He smiles and heads out the store. Enough time passes by for you to watch a few more. Ding bong, bing bong. Oh, a customer? You flip your phone face down and stand ready behind the cash register. Welcome to Sunny Fruits, the family market. The customer struts into the shop with a cool confidence that instantly draws you to him. His golden fur appears lighter than air as it sways with every step he takes. You gulp as he approaches the counter. Hello. He gives you a look of amusement one would give to a pet that has done something silly. Hi? You feel your left hand instinctively raised to wave at him, but you grab it with your other hand to stop yourself. Can I help you? Why, I hope so. I'm looking for someone very important. He looks at the array of candy bars on the countertop with a furrowed brow, as though fascinated by something so foreign. Okay. I'm looking for a demon lord. Your smile shatters, and you feel your veins turn icy cold. He notices your reaction and smiles. Hello, Lord Kobu. You look heavier than what you were in your photo. Shit. The alarms in your head are blaring. Vendrake sent someone to finish you off. Your brain tries to formulate a plan, but all you can think about is running. What do I do? The left side of your lip twitches as you force yourself to maintain a poker face. Sir, I think you have the wrong guy. I'm just a clerk here, but we do sell comics and manga. Maybe there's something over there about a demon lord? The dog rolls his eyes. I assure you, I never make mistakes. I have to uphold my employer's name after all. Now, enough games. You're coming with me. You start backing away slowly. In your head, you consider your options. You could jump over the counter and make a run for it, but then you remember the extra weight you put on. Fighting him won't be an option either, without your powers. Fighting a demon would be like pitting a child against a storm. Huh? In your state of panic, a male hyena comes into your vision. His frightened eyes mirror yours as he looks at you. Wait, what? A realization comes into mind. The doorbell never dinged, and the door didn't slide open. He phased straight through it. Ah! Out of the way! The dog raises an eyebrow at the sight of a sudden invader. You watch bug-eyed as a spectral hyena slams hard against something you cannot see. His body falls to the ground without a sound. Purple cracks form in midair where the hyena's head made impact. The cracks rebuild themselves and disappear as quickly as they appeared. A barrier? You turn to the dog, but he is just as stunned as you are. What the hell is going on? Well, if it isn't clearly obvious, there's a ghost in here. Suddenly the hyena jumps back to his feet. What the? He backs away a few steps and then rushes for the door again. Slam. The ghost collapses once more. Wise guy, eh? His determination does not falter as he runs towards the barrier again and again. Your hunter rests his chin on his hand with a confused expression. Why is he doing that? I don't think he knows that we can see him. The dog rolls his eyes, annoyed that some unnecessary trouble got in the way of him doing his work. I'm putting an end to this. He raises his right hand and a glowing white feather materializes between his fingertips. That's... With a flick of his wrist, the feather zooms towards the ghost. Huh? The ghost's body elongates and warps itself into the shape of a spring, letting the arrow fly right through and buries itself into the barrier like a bolt on a dartboard. The ghost sniffs at the feather and then turns to the dog. He blows a raspberry at the dog. The golden retriever growls and conjures up 3 more feathers. Stay still! Although clearly annoyed, the dog stays rooted in place, conjuring and tossing feathers relentlessly at his target. The hyena ghost laughs as he continually dodges the attacks. Up, down, left, right, the ghost leaps from one side of the room to the other. All the while, the dog's feathers can't even graze him. But they're not having any problems hitting every item on display. The ghost runs along the lunch aisle, a barrage of feathers following soon after and blasting open each sandwich, bento bag, and bag of chips in their wake. What are you doing? You are pulling at your hair, thinking of how you're going to have to explain all of this to King. I'm doing my job. No, you're making a mess of the store. Stop using your powers. Someone's going to see you in the recording. You point at the camera right above you. Ugh, such a nuisance. The dog turns and launches a feather that cuts through the camera's wire. You gasp loudly. Ding bong, bing bong. The store's front door opens. Oh, what the hell now? The golden retriever ceases his attacks. You turn to the entrance and see a stout boar enter. Looks like Stebo. He's wiping his face with a handkerchief. Visible sweat stains can be seen under the boar's armpits. Phew, some weather we're having, huh? Welcome to Sunny Fruits. Sir, please, it's not safe. There's a ghost here. You! The ghost stops leaping about and points at the boar. He grabs a bento box and throws it at him. Look out! He turns swiftly and catches a flying bento with his bandaged hand. Whoa! You break it, you buy it. You're not getting me alive! But you're not alive. The ghost grabs as many items as he can and chucks them at the boar. His throws are inconsistent, picking up some items and phasing through others at random. A bag of flour flies past your head and explodes its contents behind you. Everyone stay back. I can take care of him. What? Kid, leave it to the professionals. Excuse me? The dog's face contorts into a confused frown. Hey, shopkeep, catch. The boar tosses the bento box at you and pulls out an empty jar with the label honey on it. He runs forward, dodging flying foodstuffs until he's closed half the distance with the ghost. Sensing danger, the ghost makes a dash to the right. The boar raises his jar at the ghost and opens the lid. A powerful vortex of air begins to blow, sucking in the ghost. No! No! No, please! No! His screams are muted the moment he is sucked into the jar. Gotcha! The boar seals the jar and turns to look you in your dazed eyes. And that's one successful exorcism. You stand dumbfounded by the state of the store. Training certainly never covered how to handle customers this nuts. You really ought to get a raise for having to deal with this. Your heart is thumping fast, and it's overwhelmed by the torrential waves of fear, dread, and anger. You stomp angrily out of the corner and point at the boar. Hey, you! Me? Yes, you! And you too! You turn to the dog who's watching the scene with a cold, annoyed glare. Look at all this mess! You throw your hands in the direction of all the mess and wildly flail your arms in disbelief by what has just happened. Someone needs to pay for all of this, so which of you is it? You point accusingly at the boar and then the dog. Relax, shopkeep. I was just doing my job. It took me weeks to set this trap. Trap? You mean you planned this whole thing? You're the whole reason I'm in this mess in the first place? I mean, technically. But you know what they say, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. You scowl at the pig. Okay, here, maybe this will make. He reaches for something in his pants pocket and pulls out a fist of glimmering black dust. What's... He tosses the dust onto you and the dog. What in the world? The dog takes a step back and shakes his head vigorously. The moment the dust hits, your vision blurs and you feel drowsy for a second before you regain your senses. Okay folks, here's how it went down. The shop was possessed by a violent ghost, and that's how all of this happened today. He widens his stance and gestures to all the damage surrounding you. His exaggerated posing makes it hard to take him seriously. But lucky you, I'm here to help. The name's Morris Boris, professional exorcist. Here's my card. He pulls out 2 business cards, handing them to you and the dog. Now, for a reasonable fee, I'd be happy to come here and help you. Did I use too much bygones be bygones powder? What the hell are you talking about? You just admitted to booby-trapping the store just to get that ghost. How? That stuff's supposed to make you all gullible as gall. This batch defective? That powder only affects those with no natural defense against the supernatural, mortal. Wait a minute. Who are you two? I'm Lucian, a servant of God. Your suspicions are confirmed. He is not working for Vendrake. The stiffness in your shoulders eases up a bit, but you're still not wholly comfortable with an angel standing beside you. You also wonder why Gary would send someone to look for you now of all times. God, aren't you overdressed to be a priest? Think higher than that, Bacon. Bacon? Really? I haven't heard that since I was a wee lad. What about you, cashier? Don't address him so informally. He's... You nonchalantly step on the dog's foot. Eh. I can introduce myself. I'm Kobu. I've already had a history with seeing ghosts around me while I was growing up, and I don't need more of it now. Not exactly a lie, but you don't need anyone else knowing who you really are. You reach out and grab Morris's bandaged wrist. Now come with me. I need to make a report and you're going to pay for the damages in the store. He pulls his arm free with more force than you anticipated. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Listen, I can pay, but I gotta turn in this little fella first. He pulls out the honey jar. Through the semi-translucent glass, you can see the ghost hyena now shrunken to the size of an eraser. He's beating against the glass. Don't let him take me! I don't want to be eaten! Eaten? Don't listen to him. The boar shakes the jar a few times, causing the ghost to scream. These ghosts will say anything to escape. I'm not making it up! He's gonna send me to the giant who'll eat me! Ahem. I'm afraid that this isn't going to happen, Bacon. That ghost is coming with me. The hell he is! Morris tries to take away the jar, but Lucien moves too quickly and has his hand on its top. Let go, Lucy! It's Lucien, and as an angel of God, I'm sending that escaped soul back to the underworld. Are you mad? This is my bounty. Keep your dirty hands off of it. No, you let go. Mortals shouldn't be tampering with these sorts of things. Low growls rumble from both sides. Their eyes are locked onto one another with an uneasy ferocity. The fur on your back suddenly stands on end. You sense some kind of familiar energy radiating from Morris's bandaged hand. I don't want to go! Help! I'm not tasty! Your head hurts a little from all the information coming in. The angel, the exorcist, now this ghost. The unending sense of doubt paralyzes you from moving. Meanwhile, a tug-of-war for the ghost in the jar breaks out in front of you. The jar is pulled from one side to the other, but neither of them holds the advantage. Let go! You're going to break the jar with your sausage fingers! These sausage fingers are going to go up your nose if you don't let go. This is getting nowhere. Someone help me! I just want to live! Your eyes widen and your hand reaches out for the jar, seemingly acting on its own. What are you doing? Kobu, I can handle this on my own. I'm not letting anyone walk out of here with that jar. Not until someone pays for all the damages. Filled with a newfound determination, you join the struggle for the jar. Each of you pull in one direction. The jar now stays locked in the middle without budging to any side. Just stay out of this. I said I'll pay you later. Nuh-uh, it's upfront or it's the police with you. This is ridiculous. We're dealing with an escaped soul, and you both can only think about money. The veins on your forehead feel like they're popping out from how strongly you're pulling on the jar. Suddenly, the jar somehow slips from everyone's grip and flies up into the air. Time seems to slow down as you all watch the jar spin and come falling back down by the call of gravity. Catch it! Morris and Lucy rush forward to catch the jar, but they end up running into each other. They miss the jar and it breaks into pieces as it lands with a loud crack. Freedom! The ghost springs out of the jar, warping back into his regular size before flying out of the door. The soul! My rep money! Shit, I gotta get it back. Here, if it comes again, call me. Morris tosses another one of his business cards at you before darting off. Hey, wait! Oh no, that ghost is going back to the underworld. Lucien turns to you. Find me at the Lazarus shipping yard, Kobu. I know you need help. That's why I'm here. Just trust me and come find me so we can talk through this. But With that, the dog runs out of the store as well. And you're left all alone in the wrecked store. Looking at the mess you need to clean up, you sigh heavily. In less than an hour, King returns to see you with the mop cleaning the shop. What the? I can explain. Hopefully, you can explain. How did a mob come to loot the shop? It was an earthquake. A mini one that was just concentrated on the shop. For real? Are you alright? I'm fine, just a little shaken. Well, HQ should probably be glad that the whole store didn't come down in that case. But they'll want the store recording as proof of what happened. Come on, let's make sure our asses are secured. Right. You both walk to the back of the counter. There's a small television tucked right under the cash register that's connected to the in-store cameras. King pulls out the remote control for the recording. You remember what time the earthquake happened? It was somewhere around the time you left the store. Alright. He presses the back button and the recording rewinds until it's the scene of the angel entering the store. You watch with bated breath for the upcoming moment. In the recording, you're both talking when you both turn to one side of the shop. Lucy then appears to be throwing his hands wildly in the air while the items on the shelves are knocked over. Well, you're handling it better than that customer. You laugh nervously. Yeah. At that point where the Exorcist enters, the video recording stops. There's nothing else left on here. I think the camera wires were chewed on by some pests. The earthquake must have been the last straw. The alpaca turns to the camera above him, then back to you. He looks at you with the same calm look he gave you the first time he found you eating out of the convenience store trash can a year ago. Pests ate through the wire. Guess there isn't much to eat in the trash anymore. He knows something is up. You almost want to tell him the truth, but doing so would only drag him into your own suffering. Yeah. King takes a deep breath and nods. I'll check the till in the back room and make a report then. Finally, we have an excuse to replace that ancient camera. Are you okay with cleaning up on your own? I'll be fine, don't worry. Sweet. I'll help you out with restocking the place when I'm done. King walks off into the back room. You replay the recording again. Its contents are no surprise to you. You watch it before King comes back. It was a gamble hoping that King would just accept the story as is. You can only hope HQ does the same. An angel, an exorcist, and a ghost walk into the convenience store. There's a joke there somewhere. Putting the remote down, you turn your attention to the cleanup. With the task at hand, it doesn't take long for you to push today's events to the back of your head. Come closing time, you head back to your apartment for sleep. The exhaustion from the day's events really took its toll on you, as you didn't even do your dailies that night. Come sunrise, you awaken with a message from King. What's this? Kobu, the shop's closed for 3 days to fix all the damage. Want to come in to my place and do DD14 all night? Your sleepy eyes widen and you tap your reply back. You send a sticker of a line with a thumb up. See you at dinner time. Gotta handle some stuff at the shop and do some chores. Okay. Setting your phone aside, you breathe easier knowing you have some time off. The angel, though. Memories of the angel in the store with his bright white feathers flash in your mind. Wings? Wings! You sit upright. I should bring some barbecue chicken wings to King's place, and probably those baby carrots he likes to snack on too. As you draw up a list of materials to buy at the supermarket, you get up and survey your sleeping area. The place could use a cleanup before I do anything else. Let's put the bed away. Better put the mattress and pillows away. Gotta make way for breakfast. You fold your blanket haphazardly into the shape of a rectangle. Close enough. Tossing the blanket onto the sofa, you grab the pillows and throw them on top of the blanket. A heavy yawn escapes your lips as you bend over to grab the bottom of the mattress. You flip the mattress up and lean it against the wall. Ah, my weekly laundry pile. Ready for your shower, my love? Bending over the pile of clothes, you pick them up one by one. You pull out a blue t-shirt with pictures of a white minotaur on it. Ew, this is ripe. What did I do to you? Digging back into the pile, you pull out more and more clothes. To your surprise, you suddenly have a red jockstrap in your hand. When did I buy this? Probably one of the many items you bought on impulse over the years. When you reach the bottom of the pile, you see something wrapped inside a black plastic bag. What's this? You set the other clothes aside to find out what you just uncovered. Loud Crackling sounds follow as you reach into the bag. Your fingers touch something soft, like fabric. Clothes? But why did I put them in the... Words fail you at the sight of the old shirt and jacket you wore when that night happened. Nox, what are you doing? Run! Boss! Your time is over, Kobu. No one's going to save you, especially not them. You shudder from the memories and stuff the clothes back into the plastic bag. Nope, I don't need this again. Frustration boils. You walk over to the kitchen with a plastic bag. You open the rubbish bin lid and ready yourself to throw the clothes inside, but you find yourself unable to do so. To heck with this. You walk back out into the living room and toss the plastic bag right where you found it. Out of sight and out of mind. Hugging the pile of clothes you sorted, you proceed to do your laundry in the washroom before heading back to complete the rest of your chores. The coffee table you usually have your meals in is cluttered with so many instant noodle cups that you actually built a tower up to your waist. Alright, my little city, time for an early demolition. This job would go a lot quicker if I could still open portals. Just for the fun of it, you try to cast open a portal on the table. A tiny portal the size of a penny appears. Crap, it really opened? You bend over the table to see how your portal is working. Peering through the tiny circle, you see the top of your landlord's bald spot. Yeah, no. The portal failed to appear at the dump as you envisioned. It takes a few minutes for you to close the portal. As usual, your powers have been on the fritz since the fight. Sighing in defeat, you disassemble the tower manually and throw the cups away. You take a quick shower and change into your Sunday best, a simple clean t-shirt and shorts, before heading out. It looks very cute and nerdy. A buzzing sensation in your pants grabs your attention. The reminder you set on your phone is going off. Supermarket sale today, don't miss it this time. Crap, nearly forgot. Lucky you, the day off means you'll actually be able to make it to the sale. At least some good has come from your recent tribulations. With a skip in your step, you make haste to leave your unit. Gotta run. You begin your brisk walk to the supermarket. Clear blue skies and the gentle rays of the morning sun caress your face, welcoming you to the new day. You continue to browse your phone while you walk. Page after page of the latest anime news floods your feed, with the occasional intermittent ad thrown in between. Your mind is blank while your legs are on autopilot, the news just serving as a distraction while your body recounts the familiar route to your destination. You can practically get there with your eyes closed at this point. A habit you quickly regret when... There you are! You snap out of it and your legs stumble to a halt. Huh? Peering past your phone, you met the exasperated gaze of yesterday's angel. Lucy! It's Lucian. Also, Lord Kobu, where have you been? I waited for you the whole night, and you were a no-show. Whoa, what's with all this Lord stuff? I don't know what you're talking about. The angel crosses his arms and glares at you. Really? You're still putting on that farce after what happened yesterday? You roll your eyes at him and toss your hands up in the air in a half-hearted act of surrender. Fine. I'm the Demon Lord. There, your scavenger hunt is done. You can go home and claim your prize. He follows beside you. I'm not getting my promotion from just finding you. I need to fix the underworld. Your pace hastens as you are nearing your destination. Look. You turn to Lucian and point accusingly at him. I have nothing to do with the underworld anymore. That part of my life is long gone. Go talk to the fat ass that's running the place now. Vendrake is the problem. He's causing a bigger rift between the underworld and the up above, not to mention the number of escaped souls that have skyrocketed. If things keep up this way, it will mean hell for everyone, figuratively and literally. Somehow hearing the angel's complaints is giving you deja vu about being back in the office with Vendrake. A sensation you find most unpleasant. Not my problem. Right now, I have more important things to deal with. What can be more important than the fate of both of our companies? Crap, I'm too late! Huh? A crowd has surrounded the front of the supermarket. Even while standing on tippy toes, the entrance is barely visible. Damn it, I was really betting on there being less people on the weekday. What am I looking at? It's sale day. The supermarkets have discounts on almost everything in stock. But that's not why people come here. The biggest prize are these rare limited extra discount stickers that are only given to a handful of customers by one of the staff. I've got to get my hands on one of those extra discount stickers. Discounts? The angel facepalms himself and gives you a disparaging scowl. Oh, they're letting us in. Well, see ya, Lucy. What? Wait, come back! Before he can finish, you've already merged with a sea of customers funneling into the store. Inside, the place is packed with hundreds of people bumping and elbowing one another in the limited space to get from behind the counters to the aisles. You scan the area for any signs of the staff giving out the discount stickers. The discount stickers! Spotting a small crowd circling around something in the vegetable aisle, you head over there. Your hunch is right, a young staff member is holding out a discount sticker in one hand. That's right, everyone. I've got the last sticker here and my boss let me decide on how to give it away. So, if you think you're the most charming person here, come on up. The crowd erupts with cheers as they try to grab the staff's attention. No wait, it's me! Not wanting to be outdone, you push through the center of the circle. Hi there. So you think you're the most charming person in the store? Damn right I am. You flash her your best smile while she looks at you from top to bottom. The staff pulls out a sticker from another bundle and sticks it to your chest. Past sell-by date. Your jaw drops. She then turns back to the crowd. Anyone else want to give it a try? I'm looking for the most charming person to get this. She holds out the discount sticker up in the air. Thank you. A golden furry hand reaches out and snatches a sticker from the staff's hand. Hey, you can't do that. Lucian steps through the crowd. You see the staff's cheeks turn rosy red, transfixed upon the angel's face. Thank you, mortal. Your services won't be needed further. He speaks to her in a very matter-of-factly tone. Oh, it's no big deal. I'm just doing my job. She practically beams at him, with the kind of smile someone gives as though they just had been told that they were the most important and most alluring person in the world. Even the rest of her body betrays her as she puffs out her chest while bringing both of her arms back, her shoulders swaying in response to his looks. Listen, my shift ends. Lucian walks past her to meet you, extending his arm to dangle the sticker in front of your face. Here, I got this for you. A collective ooh washes over the crowd. No, it's not like that. We just met. You shake your hands and look about in desperation to try to diffuse everyone else's expectations. Meanwhile, Lucian looks at you with a raised eyebrow, wondering why you were looking so flustered. Oh, alright everyone, that's all the discount stickers. Please enjoy the rest of sales day. The crowd breaks away as they do, and you can overhear some of them calling you both a cute couple. Hello? Did you want this or not? You grab him by the arm and escort him to a secluded corner away from prying ears. Thanks, but why did you help me get it? He maintains his disinterest. Look, I don't know what happened to you that got you kicked out of the underworld, and quite honestly, I don't care. However, Gary thinks that you are the person to set things right. If it means that I have to get you 100 more discount stickers for you to work with me, I will. You find yourself drawn to the burning determination in his eyes, the kind of eyes that you once had years ago, just prettier. Well, thanks for the sticker. Don't mention it, Lord Kobu. Just Kobu. Lucian nods. Well, if you don't mind, I've got some shopping to do. Then I'll tag along. No. I appreciate the help with the sticker, but I've got a date with a good friend, so today's not a good day for this. Fine, I'll consider this as you taking time to think about what I've said, but know that I will come back for you. Lucian, don't say that. People will really think that we have something going on. You tease him by pursing your lips to make the obnoxious kissing sounds. His eyebrows furrow and he crosses his arms. As you watch him walk away, a thought lingers in your mind. Going back? Huh. An image flashes from the depths of your consciousness, a memory of you walking the dark roads to this town. You grip your chest as a familiar sting stabs your heart. What am I doing? I gotta get this done and get ready to go to King's place. Turning your attention back to the task at hand, you banish the memory back to the recesses of your mind. After completing your shopping, you return home to pack your clothes and everything else that you want to bring over for tonight. To pass the time till evening comes, you binge watch a new drama show on your laptop. The sun has set by the time you arrive at King's doorstep. Cool night air continuously blows against your mane, a perk of living at the high-rise apartments. You reach out with your free hand and ring the doorbell. When the door opens, a gentle waft of rice and something fried tingles your nose, followed by the faint earthy scent of bamboo. It's the signature shampoo scent King uses. Hey, cutie butt. His bright smile warms your heart, as it does every time you see him. Hey King, I brought some salad. This would go great with what we're having. Come in, come in. Warm white lights greet you on the inside. As he leads you from the walkway to the living room, you take note of your surroundings. Pictures of King and his parents line the beige wall above the sofa. Across the sofa, the TV is hooked up to King's laptop. On the screen, you see a video is paused on the opening of a new anime series you both just recently started watching. He has already told you that any anime or movie is better on the big screen. You also see a single coffee table in the middle of the living room, probably where you guys will be eating tonight. While I get the food, you just make yourself at home, okay? Wait, let me help you. Plus, I got some microwave stuff too, if that's okay. Not this time, bud. I already made a fresh batch of fried chicken wings for you. What? How did you know? Because that's what you always bring for yourself when you come over. Come on, it's my treat. You can save whatever you got for when you get home. Perceptive as usual. Thanks. King heads for the kitchen to prepare food. In the meantime, you sit on the floor and browse through your phone. A few minutes later, King returns with 2 bowls of rice, a plate stacked high up with chicken wings, the bowl of the salad you brought along with an assortment of tofu dishes you've never seen before. You lick your lips hungrily while staring at the feast before you. Let's dig in. Don't mind if I do. You plunge your hands into the stack of chicken wings and practically guzzle down wing after wing in a matter of moments. On the other end of the table, King carefully cuts up a piece of tofu with his chopstick and takes his time with his meal. As you gobble down your food, you feel your friend's gaze rest upon you. Something on your mind? King shakes his head. Oh, nothing. I'm just happy you're enjoying my cooking. You swallow your last bite. Of course I do. I don't know anyone else who cooks as good as you. You should open up your own restaurant. You think so? King's eyes practically light up from your compliment. I don't know. You grab another chicken wing, but let it dangle from your hand. Come on, you're good at this. What's stopping you? Well, my parents are one thing. They still insist that I use that degree of mine. Besides, what I like is watching people enjoy my food. I think some people pay for others to watch them eat, you know. What? No way! Yeah, you'd be surprised what you can find online. You grab a few more wings. Alright, you mind if I continue to watch the show on TV while we eat? Yeah, sure, why not? Sure. Is this a new episode? Nah, I'm just rewatching the series before you arrived. I think I'm at episode 3. You gotta watch episode 5, man. Shh, no spoilers. Right. Play it. King clicks a button on his laptop, and the theme song of the anime plays. You both continue your dinner while watching the show. After dinner and the 5th episode of the show, the tables have been pushed to the side and King rests his head against your shoulder. The scrolling credits are reflected in your eyes, and the theme music fills the room. You hear soft sniffling coming from your side. King is rubbing his eyes before standing up and throwing his hands at the TV. Mizuki, why did you hand over the buttered toast of time to your rival? That was your only way to travel back in time and win Senpai's love. You stand up and pat the alpaca on the shoulder. Gotta say, I'm loving the art direction for the series. King wipes his eyes once more and recomposes himself. He turns to you, smiling. I know, right? The heroine is fabulous. I just adore that uniform they gave her. I'll admit, I wasn't 100% on board with her redesign. You and hundreds of so-called fans of visual novels online. But I think it's growing on me. The studio did a great job, especially that running to school toast scene. Ah, I'm going to be late to school! He playfully swings his arms back and forth to reenact the scene he just described. You play along and softly nudge your stomach against King. Here comes the legendary truck! Oh no! He does a twirl and poses as though he had been rendered unconscious. My dreams to be with my beloved senpai are forever dashed. No, I mustn't give up for senpai! Senpai! You both cross your arms to form the X that Mizuki does in the show. Senpai! Embarrassment and joy color your cheeks red, yet something about this moment just feels right. The two of you break your pose and laugh loudly with each other. You think they'll ever let Mizuki be with Senpai? They have to, she's the main character, plus she suffered so much traveling back in time to get her Senpai's attention. She deserves it. But if you played the visual novel that anime is based on, Mizuki has a chance to not end up with Senpai. No way! For reals, you gotta try it, it's a classic! Alright, looks like we should probably clean up. Let me, it's the least I can do. You start stacking the plates and utensils before getting ready to head to the kitchen. Hold up, take this. He walks over to you and holds up a yellow piece of paper the size of a name card. Unknown symbols are written on it in black and red ink. A charm? Yeah, it's a spare, but I forgot to give it to you when you came in. King slips a charm into your left pocket. Whoa, where are you touching? More importantly, why do I need a charm just to do the dishes? King sighs. Because... Okay, this might sound crazy, but ever since the night with the store thing, I felt a presence in my apartment. You raise an eyebrow at the alpaca. It started after work, like there was something following me until I got home. Even then, there's this stiffness in my shoulders, and I keep feeling uneasy, like I'm being watched. Plus last night, I saw my controller floating in midair when I came out to get something to drink. King's whole body trembles, and he looks side to side as though anticipating something hidden behind him and listening in on his conversation. Despite what King says, you don't see any supernatural presence around him. You consider telling him that it was probably his mind playing tricks on him, but decide that it would be too insensitive. Wait a minute, if there's a ghost here, why did you invite me over? Well, I also called in an exorcist, so I figured, things would be settled before the game night. Like I should have already been here and gone by now. An exorcist? Yeah, a guy called Morris. I got his flyer while shopping for groceries last night. Him again. Hang on, let me clean all this. I really think you need to reconsider before hiring this guy. You walk towards the kitchen. Turning on the lights, the pristine kitchen comes into view. King remains in the living room, and as the distance between you and your friend grows, you raise your voice. I mean, what do you even know about this exorcist? It could be a scam. Reaching the sink, you place all the crockery and utensils into it before letting the water run. You grab the dishwashing soap and squirt a healthy amount all over the dishes. For all we know, this guy is just going to rob you blind when you aren't looking. Plate after plate, you scrub and rinse before drying them. King? Do you hear me? King! King enters the kitchen. Kobu? Sorry, the guy called. He's about to arrive. I've got to head down and show him the way up. You sigh. King... Just keep the charm with you, and you'll be safe. But if you're worried, you can wait outside till I come back. Alright. I'll see you when you get back. You turn your attention back to the dishes and continue cleaning. The sound of the front door being shut echoes through the living room as King heads downstairs. Finally! That string bean is gone! You mind passing me a bag of chips? What the? What? You! Your jaw drops at the sight of the ghost from the store before you without a care in the world. Heck yeah, it's me, your old buddy Toast. Bring it in, man. He tries to hug you, but ends up partially phasing through you, a cold tinge running down your spine as he does so. For a brief second, your heart feels heavy, a sadness that is not your own. Alarmed, you leaped away from the ghost. Buddy? Toast? What are you even doing here? I'm here to recruit my newest partner, of course. Welcome to Toast's crew. Hearing what Toast tells you is so absurd that your brain fails to register it properly. Are you insane? I'm not joining your gang of the undead. You still haven't answered my question. Why are you here in the first place? Watch the tone, Tubby. It was freaking hard tracking you down with your funky scent. Then why did you end up following King if you were after me? 'Cause I got lost. He lets out a hearty laugh. The look of blissful ignorance as he declares his loss of direction is both admirable and alarming. Look, you can't stay here. King's bringing the Exorcist from before, and if he sees you, he won't hesitate to capture you again. Ha! Good work, buddy. See, you're born to be part of my crew. We'll take over heaven in no time. The ghost is talking about up above. What? I'm not joining your crew. Just forget about me and move on. No can do. You saved my life before and I always repay my debts. That's the Toast way. Then repay it now by leaving. Don't bother King anymore. My life ain't that cheap, but fine. I'll hit you up later. I'll be waiting for you behind that store of yours. No, you can go anywhere else except around me. What don't you understand? Toast laughs loudly. Don't be shy, buddy. This goes to show you got a leader that looks out for his underlings. Now, let me just take something for the road. He reaches for a pack of chips behind you and manages to lift it close to his chest. When it phases out of his hands, it falls. Whoops. He bends down to grab the bag, but it keeps slipping through his fingers. Again. 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 And again. And again. Stupid bag! Get in my hands! You don't have hands. Now he tries to use his mouth to grab it, but he only manages to bite the bag for a few seconds in his mouth before it falls through. Your patience reaches a breaking point. You furiously grab the bag of chips and rush to the living room. Immediately, you chuck the bag out the balcony door. My chips! The ghost bolts for the chips and leaps off the balcony after it. Or rather, he floats after it. You already feel a headache coming on, but the night is not over yet. Now for the next troublemaker. Kobu, Mr. Morris is here. Just Morris is fine. Makes me feel old when people call me Mr. Oh. He finally notices you leering at him from across the room. Hi. Mr. Morris, this is my friend I told you about. Nice to meet you. The boy extends his hand out to greet yours. You cautiously return his handshake. Looks like he's pretending that he has never met you before. He turns back to King. Pretty nice place you got. I can see why a ghost would want to hang around here. Oh no, is it my fault that I attracted an evil spirit? My parents always told me to take my charm to work, but I never did. King is practically shaking from where he's standing. No, it isn't. We don't know why ghosts do what they do entirely, but that's where I come in to help you get your home back. Ah, thank goodness. What do we do? Well, for now, I need you to wait back at the elevator while your friend and I here set up for the exorcism ritual. Me? Yes, you. You're the last one in this place. The ghost might have left some nasty curse on you, or worse, maybe you're possessed. I'm not possessed. That's what a possessed person would say. Hang on, Kobu. We'll save you. King. Relax, people. We'll be sure with the ritual. So, mind leaving it to us? King nods. Good luck, Kobu. Please don't be possessed. He leaves the apartment. What exactly are you planning here? I know bloody well that I'm not possessed. Oh, I know that. I just figured that it would be best if I had some privacy. Wouldn't want your boyfriend hearing us, right? He's not my boyfriend, just my manager. Cool, now, give it to me straight. Is there anything here? Nope, I checked. I believe you. I didn't smell any spirits when I was on my way up here. He circles the living room while glancing from side to side, perhaps curious about King's belongings. You keep your eyes on him, unsure if he would pull another trick like back in the store. Then let me show you the door. Hold it, Buster. We're not done yet. We still need to exorcise the whole unit. What? I knew it, you're just running a scam. It was way too big of a coincidence that King found you. You point accusingly at the boar. Hold it, bub. I hand out my flyers to everyone and usually they end up in the bin. If I wanted to run a scam, you wouldn't be here. You really think your pal is going to be satisfied with just being told that there's no ghosts? Maybe? Look, I've been in the business for a long time. Being told that there's no ghosts isn't what makes people feel better. They won't rest easy until after you do something to get rid of the ghost. Strangely, that makes sense. Wait, that's still no different from running a scam. Hey, I still cast protective charms around the place, okay? Now, you want to help your friend or not? You can't charge King for this. You point to the boar, but he pushes your hand back down. I wasn't going to. He runs a store, right? Consider this my repayment for the damages I helped cause. You weigh what other options you have, but considering how worried King looked, there's not much you can say. Fine. What do you need me to do? Morris smiles slyly, and you instantly wonder if you made the wrong move. After a few minutes of preparations, Morris calls King back in. The alpaca looks at you in shock when he finds you sitting in the middle of the living room, with a random rock in one hand, an anime figurine in the other, an apple on your head, and a yellow paper charm in your mouth. Kobu, what happened to you? I've condensed the spirit's evil energy around Kobu. It's up to you now to whack it out of him. Take this. A broom? You're the master of the house. Dispel the evil spirit by whacking it away. Show it that you mean business. Me? Do it! Begone, evil spirit! Alright, I won't lose my home. Get out of my house! King swings his broom with tremendous force. The moment the bristles hit you in the face, you topple over. Ugh. Oh my gosh, Kobu, I'm so sorry. I meant to hit the apple. I'm good. You raise a thumbs up as you collect yourself. The ghost has been dispelled, but we're not done yet. You glare over your stomach at the Exorcist. He's barely holding in his laughter from the way his cheeks are puffed up. What do we have to do? I still need to cleanse your body of whatever curse it might have left behind. Stand still. The boar grabs King by the back of the shoulders. His hands start from the back of King's neck. Thumbs pressed into his fleece, causing the alpaca to yell. Slowly, Morris' hands move to King's shoulders, and he squeezes them with enough force to make King's face contort into an expression of pure bliss. Then he faints. Just as his body falls forward, you reach out to grab him, but Morris catches him first before setting his body gently on the floor. King! Relax, I just hit the part of his body that's carrying all his tension. Usually they don't faint like that, unless they're bottling a lot of it. King's eyes flutter open. You smile slightly upon seeing that your friend is okay. What happened? The exorcism took a lot out of you. How are you feeling? King brings his shoulder blades close to his neck, spins his arms around. I feel so much lighter. It's amazing. The exorcism worked. Kobu, look at how nimble my limbs are. He stretches out his hands from side to side and moves them up and down in a wave-like motion. I see them. Well then, my job here is done. Let me get your payment. Thanks, but I'm not charging for this one. The ghost wasn't much of a challenge, so I wouldn't feel right taking your money. Nonsense, you did a wonderful job. You deserve some kind of compensation. You'll have a cup of coffee on me, and I won't hear another word about it. Your eyes are practically bulging out as you stare at Morris to leave. Well, if you insist, who am I to say no? Internally, you scream. To avoid chatting with Morris any further, you help King out with the coffee. The table is pulled out again and the three of you sit around it to have drinks. This is one fine cup of joe. Thank you, my secret is a hint of chili powder. What's wrong, Kobu? Not a fan of coffee? I'm fine, thank you very much. I just gotta ask, how do you make a living if you give away your services like that? I get by. It's part of my customer service anyhow. So if you know anyone else in need of some supernatural assistance, point them my way. I will, though I don't know if that many people still worry about ghosts and the supernatural. I figured it's just me because of how my parents always do these rituals at home to ward off evil spirits. King looks to you. Even Kobu doesn't believe in ghosts. I do, I just don't believe so much in those who say that they can get rid of them. You slowly turn to Morris, but he ignores you. Well, I've been running this business for years. You could say it's in my family's blood. A family of exorcists exists in this town? Nope, just me. The family isn't from here. I left them to search for something important, and while I'm doing that, I figured I'd set up shop here and earn some cash while picking up information. Whoa, an exorcist in search of valuable treasure. That's the perfect premise for an anime. But why here of all places? Morris drinks from his cup before answering. This town, contrary to how it looks, is teeming with ghosts and the unknown. Don't let people fool you. As ordinary as they may look, many like me mingle with these dark forces on a regular basis. Silence falls upon the room before Morris erupts into laughter. Relax, relax. That's why I'm around to help out with this kind of thing. King puts a hand up to his chest and breathes a sigh of relief. Would you like a refill? Looks like you're done with your cup. Thanks, but no. I really should be heading back. He stands up and makes his way to the door. You and King follow behind. Oh wait, let me pack something for the road. Maybe some bread or chips? Nah man, but I'm good. Gotta watch the figure. He pats his protruding belly. King walks ahead and opens the door for him. Thank you again for all your help. My pleasure. Take care now. You too, Kobu. He waves to you and you wave back with a forced smile. Ah, what a night. I'll say, my face is still sore from the exorcism. Man, I don't have any energy left. Not even for a round of DD14 dailies? Heck no, let's go dailies. Dibs on the healer roll. A round of dailies turns into several hours of grinding for materials. By the time you both stop playing, it's already past midnight. King can no longer resist the night's tempting lullaby. His eyelids struggle to remain open. Every few seconds he dozes off, but he is awakened not too long after by the pull of gravity on his head. You too start to feel like you could lie down for a while. Ready to call it a night? King's mouth opens wide and lets out a loud yawn. Yeah, I'm beat. Freshen up in bed? After you. You both enter the bathroom and share a sink to wash your faces and brush your teeth. After changing into your sleeping attire, you both head to King's room to sleep. As per usual, he had already set up the extra bed on the floor for you. The softness of the mattress feels so comfortable against your back. Ah, I miss this. I did say you could take it home if you wanted. King's mattress is on the bed frame, so he lies a foot above you. No, this is yours and it belongs here. I like knowing that I can lie on this mattress whenever I'm here. King stays silent. You watch the ceiling, but all you see is darkness. The whirling sound of King's air conditioner serenades your thoughts. As much has happened today, bumping into the angel, the ghost, and the exorcist again, you question if it was all just a coincidence. Clutching the fur on the left side of your chest, you remind yourself that despite your appearance, you are a demon. When did I start believing in coincidences? The first thing that you were ever taught as a demon lord was to see the interconnected threads of fate that connected mortal lives. But I'm not a mortal. Did you say something, Kobu? Oh, just thinking out loud. Penny for your thoughts? I thought you were sleepy. I am. My eyes are closed, but I think I can sleep faster if we just talk. I saw a thread online about a magical tree in some country that could grant wishes if you threw your wishes onto its branches. Oh, but how are you meant to throw a wish onto a tree? They write the wishes on a piece of paper or wood, then tie it to a rock with a string before throwing it up high. They say that a wish that reaches the tallest branch is the most likely to become true. Sounds more like they're vandalizing a tree. Still, can you imagine if you could have any wish granted? What would it be? Other than more wishes? I don't know. What about you? I'd wish that I had my own successful cafe. You raise an eyebrow, curious to know why your friend would want that. That way, I could spend some time exploring new recipes, and I have a place all my friends and family can visit and enjoy my food. So you do want to cook? Maybe. If my parents let me. I'm too afraid to tell them that. I think you'd be a great chef. Thanks. And what about you? Figured out your wish? I wish I knew what I should wish for. Don't worry, you'll find out soon. Then maybe we can travel to that tree one day. I'd like that. You both remain quiet for a while. Hey, Kobu? Thanks for being there with me today. Anytime, buddy. Anytime. You close your eyes and slowly you drift off to sleep. To be continued. Poop. Well, what did you guys think? Today we got to meet 3 new characters. Well, officially. We got to meet Lucian, the Golden Retriever Angel. We got to meet Toast, the Ghost. And we got to meet Morris, the Exorcist Boar. So where do you guys think that the story's gonna go? Is the angel gonna try to help Kobu try to regain the underworld position of Overlord? Or do you think it's just a job for him and it's not gonna go that well? Do you think the Ghost and the Exorcist and the Angel are all gonna team up and, try to take over the underworld for Kobu? Put your game theories in the comments. You guys know that I will respond. Unless it's a weird comment. But anyways, I like this update because we got to see more characters. What else? I wonder if there's something going on with the whole cult. Because, I mean, you wouldn't just bring up a cult if you're not gonna, do anything with it, right? I'm assuming they're gonna have to take them down first before trying to regain the underworld. What else? Well, as far as I can tell, there's no clear direction or that I can see of where the story's gonna go, which is cool because sometimes you don't want the path laid out for you yet. You kind of want that air of mystery in the story. And for the moment, this is good. What else? I guess that's it. So, thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Where the Demon Lurks, you can find it over on itch.io. And if you would like to support the team creating this visual novel, then there will be a link down in the description for their Patreon. And if you would like to follow the official Twitter account to get updates for the game, or if you would like to subscribe to their Discord, I think that there is a link in that Twitter account too. So you can get quicker updates of what's happening, and sometimes you can chat with the creators and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that's it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.